All right, here we go, volleys and smashes. So we spoke about dinking in the last lesson, but dinking is to set up the volleys. Okay, so for volley technique, for the forehand, generally my face is a little bit more open. It's actually the same grip that I use for slicing. So if I'm going to hit my topspin forehand, it's more closed. But for volleying, I like to keep it open so that if the ball's low, I can just punch it. So my general technique is I like to go high to low a little bit and just use a short punching technique. So if it's high up, I'll go more of a smashing motion. If it's waist level, I'll punch it high to low. Now if it's really low, I would like to bend my knees, but I'll do more of a punching motion with the racket face open or the paddle face open. On the backhand side, I've got my backhand grip, shake hands grip, and generally high to low on waist level. Now I work out on my shoulders, so I feel quite strong on these high backhands. So I'll punch it like this. Notice that the paddle face is facing upward as opposed to sideways. It's just the natural way that our arms are built and the way that I grip the paddle. So it'll be more like this. But again, if it's waist level, more high to low. If it's really low, bend my knees and I'll punch it. But if it's too low, I would recommend let the ball bounce and do a half volley or a dink, right? Let it bounce and then just come up. But remember, keep it low, right? So if it's really low, do your half volley or your dink. And if you can, just punch it out of the air if it's a little bit higher. And if it's waist level, you can go high to low, put a little bit of underspin and punch. But if it's above your shoulders, you can be more aggressive. Now, this is a more advanced shot. If the pickleball is, I'd say just below shoulder level, this is where you can be really aggressive. You can do the topspin forehand volley. This will give you more power. It's very risky and very unorthodox. It'll give you power. And you can do this on the backhand side too. Or you can do your traditional punch, but I find this is actually a very popular advanced shot for pickleball if it's high, right? Topspin volley, swinging volley out of the air. Now for smashes, I actually like to use the same grip that I use for my forehand. And so I like to have my racket ready, and then I'll use my left hand to aim, and then I'm coming over with my wrist. So I'll aim, and then I'll tap my back. Not literally, but it'll come back a bit, and sometimes it'll tap the back of my shoulder, and then I'll follow through. I'll show you some examples. So you want to have your racket ready. You want to use your feet to get into position. And the key is you want to make contact at your apex, your full reach to get maximum power. If the ball's too low, you can make yourself lower by bending your knees. Or if the ball's higher, that's fun because you can jump and smash. So this takes a lot of practice. I would drill your smashes, have someone give you a lot of lobs, but the key is have your paddle ready, and if you want, point at it, and then hit it at the apex, and then you'll naturally, your wrist will pronate, and then you'll follow through. It's just like a throw, right? Now, this is a more difficult shot, and I recommend doing some shoulder cable exercises or shoulder presses to strengthen your shoulder for this backhand overhead shot. So on the backhand overhead shot, it's very simple. You're going to do a short punch here. Maybe if it's behind you, you'll use some wrist like this. But if it's in front of you, then you can come down and punch like this. So this is a more difficult shot I don't see too many players use on the backhand overhead. So we've covered smashes, we've covered your basic volleys that leads into half volleys and dink shots, and then I showed you the advanced forehand and backhand volley swinging out of the air if you get the opportunity. So hopefully that is a masterclass on volleying and smashes that will help you a lot.